Hello, bros. We're back with more books. I believe this is New Book Arrivals number 184. Could be 180. No, it's 185. As you can see, these classics from the International Collectors Library, faux leather. What's there? 9 of them are buttressed by the Book of Life, volumes 1 through 8, which are a Bible, some kind of Bible education series. Bible Prophet Statesman, 1954 printing. Joint author of the Bible story, early days of Israel. Greatest literature of the world, the loftiest, the most sublime, is found in the sermons, messages. So yeah, there's 8 volumes. Picked up all these books for 50 cents a piece. Actually, a little bit less than 50%, because the lady asked me how many I had, and I miscounted and got 2 free. So I should have had 19, but I had 21. And obviously this is, you can see they're pretty soiled. There were more of these, but many of them had moisture exposure from being in a basement or simply dropped. I don't know what it was. Basement seemed pretty dry, but you can tell there's always moisture in a basement. And these are okay shape. A couple of these are worth 15 to 20 bucks, so I made my money back on just a couple books. All of them have these little drop-in thing. So you can order the book. What did it originally cost? It doesn't really say. $5. $5-ish. The Colette Omnibus. How much? Don't know. Basically $5 a piece. Is this the Colette Omnibus? It sure is. Introduced by Erica Young, 1974. The introduction was adapted from a review that originally appeared in Miss Magazine. I don't really know much about Colette. I have a few books of his, hers, whoever Colette was. No, I guess Colette was a woman. Shows you how much I know. Omnibus. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre by B. Traven, as I stated in the last review. I picked up My Search for B. Traven, and this cover was seriously soiled. I washed it up with some water and some water with a rag, and it looks passable now. Possibly read this book just because it's a curious book about a guy who nobody really knows much about. B. Traver, whoever B. Traven, was he T. Torsvin, the Norwegian explorer, photographer and scientist, or Hal Croves, American literary agent and screenwriter? Perhaps he was the illegitimate son of Kaiser Wilhelm, or the son of a Polish brickmaker. I checked Wikipedia, and there's still no real definitive answer on who B. Traven was. So now I have a book of his. Is it the one about the ship or no? Let me see. The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. I already said that. So I don't know. Don't know who he is. Don't know anything about his works. The Prince and the Discourses by Nicola Machiavelli. This book has some value, although in this shape, I don't know. How many books can I have? Honestly, I actually put these in color coded. As you can see, I'm going to put them over there. Well, not on that one, but on that bookshelf over there. After I straighten it up and load my stairway with books. The stairway to the library. Somerset Maugham, the summing up. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. The London Fleet Street binding. W. Somerset Maugham. Summing up. This is not an autobiography, nor is it a book of recollections. In one way and another, I have used in my writings whatever has happened to me in the course of my life. Sometimes an experience I have had has served as a theme, and I have invented a series of incidents. I have taken persons with whom I have been slightly or intimately acquainted and used them as the foundation for characters of my invention. Fact and fiction are so intermingled in my work that now, looking back on it, I can hardly distinguish one from the other. It would not interest me to record the facts, even if I could remember them, of which I have already made a better use. They would seem, moreover, very tame. I have had a varied and often an interesting life, but not an adventurous one. I have a poor memory. I can never remember a good story till I hear it again, and then I forget it before I've had a chance to tell it to somebody else. I've never been able to remember even my own jokes, so that I have been forced to go on making new ones. This disability, I am aware, has made my company less agreeable than it might otherwise have been. Yeah. That's Machiavelli, Charlotte Bronte, Jane Eyre. The book I've never read. Don't really even know what it's about. Actually, I think I have some other of these books. Are those? I think they might be a later edition of this international. Let me go look. Don't mind my dinner plate. Let's go look at this. See if these are indeed the international ones. I think they are, actually. Don't want to rip it. Come on. I hate when people do that to books, but I did it. No, I don't know if these are international. Guild Publishing. Yeah, these are Guild Publishing, so I was wrong. I always seem to find these sorts of volumes in bulk, unlike my Eden Southworth books, which I purchased in the supplemental doses. All right, back to what the hell is this? This looks like a piece of book, bro. It should come off a book. Yeah, it looks like a piece of jacket. Let's go back to this butter churning bullshit. Jane Eyre. I don't really know anything about Jane Eyre. Or Charlotte Bronte, for that matter. Maybe I'll read it one day. Probably not. What else do we got? The Loved One by And a Handful of Dust by Evelyn Waugh. I've always wondered, because I come across this title on occasion, The Loved One, if the song The Loved One was based on the book, but I don't really know much of the original version of The Loved One, which In Excess covered, but I don't know who did the original. Maybe I should look it up. instead of wondering English Gothic. What is that about, bruv? It's just a chapter. Strangely, all these books have like a laundry detergent sent to them. They smell like old powder laundry detergent that came in a box. Dubliners and a portrait of the artist as a young man. Obviously, James Joyce. Ulysses is defined by this one, by the International Guild, or whatever it's called, International Collectors Library. Ulysses is the sought after one, the one worth cabbage. This, I have no clue. All I know is they're all worth at least 50 cents. As I said, it was too bad that I couldn't get all of them, but there was many that had worse looking covers and tanned page edges. What is this? Love Poems by Jean Garrigue. The Dream. Methought last night love in an anger came, and brought a rod, so whipped me with the same. Myrtle the twigs were, merely to imply love strikes, but 'tis with gentle cruelty. Patient I was, love pitiful grew then, and stroked the stripes, and I was whole again. Thus, like a bee, love gentle still doth bring honey to salve, where he before did sting. Robert Herrig, I'm guessing Jean Harrig or Garrigue was the editor, since that's a Robert Herrick poem. I was going to say it's pretty good, Jean, but I don't think Jean or Jean had anything to do with it. Selected by Jean Garrigue, formerly Love's Aspects. I wrote a letter for you yesterday, expecting to have seen your mother. You did not see my mother. Evadne, I first tasted under Apollo's lips love and love's sweetness. I, Evadne, my hair is made of crisp violets or hyacinth, which the wind combs back across some rock shelf. I, Evadne, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Alright, last one. What is it? The member of the wedding, obviously Carson McCullers. The heart is a lonely hunter. Great book title, but never read the book. Never read anything by McCullers. But as I said, that's a very good title. The heart is a lonely hunter. This book's not in bad shape, actually. Nah, that's a little soiled. Whoa, these fuckers. What's going on back here, buddy? I got a little stickiness. There we go. You can come apart, buddy. No. Definitely had some moisture exposure at one time. All the pages were not properly clipped, bruv. That one is. Oh, no. Oh, buddy. I think it's a combination of both factors. Very unfortunate. Anyway, that's all. I'm done, bruv. Still have some pretty cool covers, but like I said, 50 cents, I could not pass it up. Goodbye, bruv.